just a small crocodile gone up to get a feed of birds. Doesn't throw many nuts.
What is that? Oh,
there goes breakfast. Just need one fish. Jeez, what is that monster of the deep? Ah! I lost the hand line.
Oh, that was insane. Ah!
What the heck is it doing? Little croc just come off the bank here.
Oh, yeah.
All right, if you're just coming into the adventure now, this is the Blue Highway. I'm about day 10 into it, traveling in the boat into a very remote part of Australia, hundreds of miles from the nearest provisions or postcode, kind of place where only a few commercial fishermen and rogue adventurers go. I've got very minimal in the way of provisions, rice, flour, condiments. We've got a pretty thorough set of hunting gear, fishing rods, spear guns, hand spears, hand lines, all that sort of stuff. So each day just backing myself to be able to catch a feed. I've just turned up to this island now, which I've largely been going between the coastline, the islands and the outer reef, but I'm gonna check out if there's any crocs, turtles, coconuts, anything to forage on the beach. Yeah, let's get into it, let's check it out. And at some stage I need to find something to eat to go with rice. So this is essentially how coconuts end up all around the world. Look at that, just dozens and dozens of coconuts, and ideally they wash up above the tide line, shoot, throw roots, and then end up covering an island in coconuts. This one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it doesn't, I need to get a closer look at those back ones, but it doesn't look like there's any coconuts on them, unfortunately, which is a massive shame. It's just a small crocodile. Here's its tail, where it came up. Gone up to get a feed of birds. This is when you know you're in a really remote part of northern Australia. Any bit of like physical land, whether it's a rock bar, a mud bar, sand bar, island, there's crocs. I've gone over about 4 sets of crocs so far and I've walked about 150 meters. No big animals yet, just around that 1.5 meters, 2 meters. Oh, bugger, look at this rubbish. This is where the prevailing wind's coming from. And as usual, it's just jammed with rubbish. Little green turtle, he doesn't know I'm here yet. Watch out for the crocs, mate. There's a prime example of what I was saying before, coconuts washed up. Unfortunately, it hasn't rotted. It's thrown roots and then shot out the top. All the roots are going to help with erosion as well, like hold a lot of this beach together, especially if you get more going along there. And will be probably 6 to 8 years, depending on the variety, before hopefully it gets some fruit on it. I'll check these ones further up here. Looks like either someone's been here, doesn't throw many nuts. Bugger. Oh, there's one old dried up looking nut. It's not what you want. Oh, bindies. Ow. Sharp, sharp seeds. Oh, there's a couple of baby ones. Coming through and nothing on the others. Jeez, I've got to stop getting my hopes up. Oh, they're sharp. Hopefully back on the coast I can find some nuts. My thoughts on this island is that it's just about a 10 out of 10 if it was loaded with coconuts, but only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fraudulent, barren coconut palm trees. But there's this fringing reef that wraps like the whole way around on the northern side, and it looks a bit silty now, but I'd say as the tide dropped it might get a bit cleaner. But it looks like it'd be amazing for reefies and also crays. I'd say this would be just prime for crays along there. But given how many croc slides I saw, probably only 2 slides were a size that would be potential man-eaters. I'm just being by myself, I'm not gonna risk it. So what we'll do now, it's only 9 o'clock, so there's still a long way further that I've got to head north. I'm almost certain that's a croc in front of the boat. I was just pulling the anchor up. Maybe the commotion has spooked it. It was literally just on the surface there a minute ago.
Right where the croc was.
Had to go with that cod, just walloped it right, like literally right at the boat. They are okay eating, but I'm gonna back myself to get something a bit better. I normally don't like eating cod. They're good for the reef and they're a pain in the ass to fill it, and their head's massive and not much meat. But anyway, I'll get him back in the water. Woo! Not my luck, just nothing else. Not one more fish, that's it. Just fish jerky from 3 days ago.
What is that? Oh, what is it? A trout? Oh, No.
There goes breakfast. Try that again, eh?
Oh. Ooh. Where'd you go? Why aren't you taking it? Come on. Oh, I'd love a queenie. So good eating.
Bugger. 3 really big meter queenies, but I just didn't want to take it. I don't know why. Too big, not the right lure, not the right colour, not overly hungry. Who knows why a queenie does what a queenie does. I've been fishing for the last probably 20 minutes and that croc's resurfaced. See it heading towards the beach. Just be able to see it in the middle of the frame there, like 4 or 5 meters from the edge of the beach, the edge of the shore. See if it goes to the beach. Despite not being able to catch breakfast, I'm a really big fan of that island. Really big fan. Crocs, fringing reef, really good anchorage. There was a lot of good going for it, but I'm gonna keep heading north. Like I said, I've got a lot of country I want to cover. There's a hell of a lot to explore. 20-mile run. Let's do it. Just need 1 fish. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking today. Jeez, what is that monster of the deep? Oh, that just cut my fingers up. What is it? Hope it's not a shark. Oh, that sliced me. Oh, I should have put a bigger hook on. Ah! I just had a little bit of the scraps of the trevally that I got on Sunset for dinner, throwing it on a 7.0, 8.0 hook. In hindsight, it should have been bigger, but I'll just give it a bit if it wants to run. What is it? Ah! I lost the hand line. How the heck am I getting that back? Oh no. You don't know until I just found that hand line then how much of a failure I felt like. I was proper kicking myself though. Like going about protecting the ocean and looking after the place, and then you let go 80 meters of line and a big bit of plastic. Oh yeah, I seen it float up like 5 minutes later. I was just circling, trying to find it. I would have jumped over and grabbed it, but I'm by myself and I just made a rule that I wouldn't do sort of somewhat irresponsible shit like that in open water like this. So anyway, I got that back. Let's reset and give it another go. Yeah, now I think I know what it was. This rock is just covered in big GT. Look at them. There's just a couple of them there. They were hitting me on all the way up.
Oh, that was insane!
Oh, they're a strong fish. Oh, I was just going between spots to have a bottom fish, and this really low rocky island had a little bit of a fringing reef where current was pumping around. Second cast to the popper, I've been smashed by a big GT.
Come here!
Come on! Oh! Oh! Woo! All right, mate. Time to come home. Far out topwater fishing. Like, I'm not much of a sports fisherman. Like, I fish and I hunt to eat. But topwater GT fishing is real life fun. Such a powerful, impressive fish. Oh wow, you're a good fish. All right, you ready? Let's get a better look at you. All right, GT off the top. There it is, Cape York GT from the islands. If it was probably a quarter of the size, Need to be lunch and dinner, but this big girl's going back. All right, mate. Go, you good thing. Back to terrorize the shallows. I'm gonna give it a go to get in. Got 1.5 meters of water. Fortunately, it's the turn of the tide, so it should be incoming now. Pretty shallow. The coast comes in here pretty close, so I'm gonna duck in and get a bit of a better look. Looks like there's a huge fringing reef and a really, really white sandy beach, so we'll see what the go is. That tide's just come in enough for me to get the boat in, access this little beach in the mangrove, so pressure's on. Only a few more hours of light. Let's find some food. Hey, sorry to startle you. That's one of these baby pigeons that have been nesting. That's where it was born. All right, mate, I'll leave you alone. How cool's that? That tide is flooding in. Not ideal. Oh. The one time I didn't bring the hand spear, there's mullet everywhere. Oh, as long as there's no crocs, which is not a guarantee. Bit more mullet, you would be down on rice. You're what I need. Like 20 times bigger. I'll probably only go for another 15 minutes or so, and then I've got to start heading back. This tide will get too high. Oh. Yep, we're on. See if I can just get it with the woomer. What the heck is it doing? It's like on its side. Oh. Oh. And that's what you call right there, completely stuffing up dinner. That should have been a really, really easy one. It's another hole. There was a female in it. Oh my god. That was just on a silver platter and it just went down its hole. Oh, at least it didn't damage it. So dumb. Little female. Hey, you're right. There's a nice mangrove jack where that ripple is. Look at that. Mangrove. This water's really starting to flood in now, so I'm going to have to turn around. Ooh, big jack, big jack. I'm turning around in about an hour and a half time. This water's going to be up to my chest. I'll stop by on that hole on the way back, but my chances on that, I just went in too confident, I reckon. The reason I didn't bring my hand spear is because when I'm walking through the mangroves, it's really long. So it's always getting caught up and I'm at risk of snapping it because it's just light bamboo. But this time round I actually could have just brought it because there was an opportunity for mullet. So there's a couple of nice jacks and I would have got that crab in about 1 second. So yeah, that's the way it goes, isn't it? No one there, but that's a little female. That's a little female, and where I am, you're not allowed to take the females. That's alright. That's alright, we'll get one. Bit of positive self-talk, we'll be right. See? I mean, this was all dry before, and now it's almost knee deep. Little croc just come off the bank here, only a little one, but firm reminder that I need to get the hell out of the water right now. Bit of a walk of shame here. Only I didn't get to sleep with anyone. That was pretty humbling. I've had some real triumphs, some real wins on this trip, getting some big muddies, but this afternoon wasn't the afternoon. Had that one shot, one opportunity, and I legit blew it. Didn't go hard enough. It went harder than me. Valuable lessons in that. When Tucker's on the line, don't muck around. You know, I got rice for dinner at this stage, but what I'm going to do is I'll put out a crab pot now. I'll set one with the trevally frame that I caught last night and had for dinner and breakfast this morning. So I'll put that out hopefully in 2 hours time when the sun sets. A couple of crabs will have been outsmarted by the pot.
Look at these GTs. Well, I'm not doing something right. Come on. Oh yeah. Oh fuck. I got two.
Oh, one came off, but I had two on there. Oh my god, look at them. These little school jeets. Oh, no guesses what's for dinner. Yoo!
Oh. Oh yeah! Oh, this is so good.
There's honestly like 100 of them. All right, I just anchor the boat up here on this little bit of a corally beach here. I'll get a fire going and cook up this GT, have this rice, stoked on that jeet, and then later on, just on dark, I'll check that crab pot. I'll have half the GT for breakfast in the morning, and then if we get a crab, that'll be lunch tomorrow. I hope you've been enjoying the series thus far. If you want to check out more from Back to Basics, we're on Facebook, the TikToks, the Instagrams. We've got the website there, we've got the kit. We're on Patreon as well. But yeah, let us know what your favorite part was of the video in the comments. Yeah, big love to you all for watching, for getting around Back to Basics. If it's your first time coming across the channel, welcome. My name's Aaron, or Az. Our mission with Back to Basics is to try and connect people with the outdoors, connect people with nature, and hopefully motivate and inspire those of you who are able to get out there yourself and go on your own adventure, whatever that looks like, whether it's coming down to the beach here for sunset, having a walk and a play with your kids, or going on a multi-week or month trip in your boat living off the land, whatever it looks like for you. All right, I'm gonna get a fire going.
A lot happens in a day, and with all the time to do it. Nothing feels rushed. It must, at home, take up so much time with worrying, decision-making, checking devices, maintaining large spaces, and all the things. At times, though, I do feel lonely, like it'd be nice to have a mate here. But I'm getting better at not identifying a feeling as how I am, and I just let it pass. Take a breath, and it passes. This level of awareness is really helping me stay reminded of how fortunate I am to be doing this, through this environment, this truly awesome landscape. This last week has given me a sense of confidence in my ability, yet I'm constantly being reminded that there's more to learn and that you can never become complacent out here.
And I will see you tomorrow or the next day. See if I feel like filming tomorrow. There it is, the finished product. Simple seafood, white rice, trevally. I'll zhuzh it up with a bit of chili.
Overall though,
that's the extent of it.
Absolutely loving it. And firm reminder to self, catch the mud crab next time. Mud crab 1, me 0.